All right. Welcome to Friday 15. Did I jump right in, Dave? Did that surprise you? Did you not know when we
I
were
was
coming
like,
in?
wait,
Oh,
we're live?
came in hot. I think I told you in the private chat I was going up in 10 seconds or 20 seconds, whatever it was, and I held to that timeline. So today, Friday 15, it's 15 minutes. We waited about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to get going, so it'll be a little longer than that, but we're going to get in, circle some team members through here, ask some questions, all pretty much lightweighted questions, nothing heavy here, and move through quick, have a good time, and then we'll wrap up the week. How's that sound?
Love it.
That's great.
All right. Toby, let's start with you. What's your favorite place in the world? The world, Toby. And you had no prep. Go.
For some reason, growing up, I really liked the country Croatia. I've never been there, but it just stuck with me, and I hope one day I get to visit.
What's your favorite place you visited?
Visited. I think California. I really loved it. It was like a solo trip, and I got there I bought a bike so I could just commute around without using Uber, but I still use Uber sometimes. But it was just like a really fun trip in the mountains.
We were in Santorini, and that's the most amazing place I've ever been to, which is fantastic. Dave, how about you?
I think it's like the American Southwest, from watching movies like Easy Rider and just traveling through the open desert. Like that whole area of the U.S. is intriguing, and
it's very dusty and dirty.
It's that too. Yeah, for sure. Lots of snakes, but beautiful landscape.
Are we ready for our first guest? Not even our next guest, the first guest. And we have a question teed up for that guest who has no idea what it's going to be. Are we ready? Dave's good. Toby, how you feeling?
Get him.
All right. Our first guest, and they don't even know which one's going to be. That's the fun part, too. First guest is Elise. Elise, welcome.
Hi.
Hi, Elise.
If you could be any animal, which would you be?
I would probably be a dog.
Oh, you jumped right into it. Okay, good. That would have held me up, I think, for a little bit.
Well, so dogs they basically get to sleep for like at least 12 hours a day. People snuggle them and they get to go like run around and then they get fed food. That sounds awesome.
But it's the same food over and over and over again.
Dude, I've had
for years.
I've had the same lunch at the office for the last year and a half. That's like
basically a dog.
How do you wind down after work?
I usually end up wrestling my twins, or if I'm lucky, I will go for a walk or a jog.
All right. I like it. And a bonus comment from Mary on LinkedIn is your hair looks fantastic. So thank you, Mary. And Dave says hi. All right. Elise, thank you for joining.
Thanks.
All right. Let's see. I don't know who's going to be next. Toby, do you know?
I'm going to guess Bill.
Oh, Toby, you're right. Oh, my God. All right, Billy, how are you?
That was scary.
Billy, how many different states have you lived in?
Oh, my God. 1, 2. Just 2. California and Michigan.
And where are you right now?
I'm in California.
All right.
Which one do you like
Palm
better?
Springs, the desert Southwest.
I
have to say, I kind of, I like them both. I like Michigan in the summer.
That's fair. Billy, what's the last book you read?
American Caesar, which is about MacArthur, World War II general.
Oh.
Kind of interesting. Going back in time. He was kind of an ass, but he was a decent leader.
Toby, that seems like it's something right up your alley, right? You like
Sure,
those?
Yeah, but I haven't read that book. Yeah, American Caesar. I'll check that out.
All right, Billy, when you are in Michigan, what is your favorite thing to do in Detroit?
Ride my bike through the city. There's so many cool places to see, and the city's still, parts of the city are still pretty underpopulated. So it's fascinating to ride around and see all the different stuff.
Excellent. And folks on LinkedIn are happy to see you online today.
I am happy to be here.
All right. Well, now with that said, we're kicking you out,
Me.
and we're gonna have another guest join
See
you.
ya.
I'm
Bye,
booted.
Billy.
See
Toby,
you.
who's our next guest? Who do you think it's gonna be?
I'm 1 for 1, so Derek 2 for 2.
Ooh. Oh, Toby, you're so
Oh.
good. It said if you knew
Derek.
who
Hey,
it was
everyone.
going to be before we brought him in.
Yeah.
Derek, how are you?
Doing well, doing well. Good to see you.
All right, Derek, where/what was your first job?
Oh, my first job was as a bookseller at Borders Books, if you can remember. Borders?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
It was a lot of fun. I got to talk to folks about books, which was fun as a teenager. And also one of the best challenges that I had to deal with was selling these Sony PDF readers, which were marketed as e-readers, but they only could hold PDFs. It was before any of this new stuff like iBooks or Kindle.
Wow.
Excellent. It's not your job there is not related to the fact that Borders no longer exists, is it?
I hope not. You know, I was a part-time bookseller, so I can't take too much fault for that.
Okay, only partial fault then. That's fair enough. It's the smaller font to fit it all in here. How do you describe what you do for a living to your family and friends?
I describe it in one of two ways, either as a logic puzzle or as reading logs for a living. Because as a back-end developer, which is a lot of what I do, I read a lot of logs. So sometimes I show them the logs just to scare them straight.
How about you, Toby?
I think like it's pretty easy. I think when I used to describe it, it's like, oh, I just make apps. So I was just like, oh, if you have an app on your iPhone, that's what I do basically. So like that's like an easy way to like explain it.
It's funny. I was explaining to my son what Detroit Labs does, and I said specifically that we make apps, and he goes, "Oh, so you make YouTube?" I said, "Well, no," and then he goes, he pointed out this Thomas racing game or whatever. He goes, "Oh, so you made that one too?" I go, "No."
No.
Well, what games do you make? I go, "We don't make games necessarily. We make apps." And then just recently, with this whole working from home, he's using a lot of his the school apps on his personal iPad, and one of them is Raz Kids, and it's a reading app. Well, it's actually an app that we worked on back in 2012. So I was really excited because I could finally say, see, that's what it is that we worked on.
That makes sense.
All right. Let's see here. Derek, do you have a secret talent we don't know about?
Do I have a secret talent? Okay. I can walk on my toes, like standing straight up. I wish I had a better camera I can show you, but I can like bend my toes like this and walk on them. And I've been able to do it since I was a little kid, and my grandmother thinks it's the most terrifying thing in the world.
It hurts just thinking about it.
I know. I kind of agree with her. Can we unpack this for a minute? How did you discover this talent?
I'm not sure. I think I was reaching for something, maybe in the kitchen, and trying to stand as tall as I could. And they have a tile floor there. And I was even able to do it on the tile floor, which was really underlining the whole severity of the pain. But I don't really feel pain when I do that.
Wow.
Interesting. So related, I mean, how good of a dancer are you?
Oh,
I think that's somewhat related, right? That kind of ties together, doesn't it?
I think it does tie together. I'm an enthusiastic dancer, I'll tell you that much, but I'd have to turn to my wife. I wish she was available to talk about my dancing skills. It's non-existent for the most part, I think. Enthusiastic.
Toby, are you a good dancer?
I like dancing.
Oh, dance is a good time. Toby, do you like to dance?
Not in like at home solo, yes, all the time. But like in public, not so much. I just unless like on maybe like my favorite songs or something comes out. But like I'm typically on the shy side in public, I would say.
What does dancing look like when you're by yourself? Like what music are we turning on? Are we cranking it up? Can you kind of give us a picture of what that looks like?
Lots of like I think Afro beats, lots of Nigerian music. I think that's like the most danceable. When I think of dance, I always think of like traditional music. The other ones, like maybe like more like Western music, is more like I could nod my head and feel good, but it doesn't like move me to the point of emotions of dancing, I would say. So mostly like lots of Afrobeat, I would say.
Dave, can you picture this?
Kind of. Yeah, I think we need an example. We need to see an example.
I think the audience on Instagram would probably really love to see maybe a live stream of Toby dancing.
3
Tune
hour
into
live
the
stream.
next Labs Live.
I think the people need it, Toby. The people need it. All right, Derek, we're gonna ask you another question here. We're not kicking you out yet. I think I got one more interesting question. What job would you be terrible at?
Oh, I know this because I tried this job. I was a bagel baker at Einstein Bagels, and they were lucky enough to hire me on, or I thought I was lucky anyway. And I did not do well. I had a lot of fun because I like cooking, but making about 400 bagels at once involves a lot of complex stuff in the kitchen that I just wasn't ready for. So bagel baker definitively is my answer.
Wow, I thought you were gonna say you ate them.
No.
That'd be another strong answer on that one. So bagel baker, I would not have. That's obscure. I like it.
Yeah, it was a college job.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Derek. Well, thank you for joining. We actually don't have anybody else in the room, so we're going to ask Dave questions, and he didn't know we were going to do that. And so that was fun. Derek, I'll see you later. Thank you.
See you, Derek.
Bye-bye.
Later, Derek.
All right, Dave.
What do you got?
What's the last book you read?
Oh no!
Oh,
Give us the doom and gloom.
It wasn't doom and gloom. No, it came up in a previous stream. I just finished Remote by 37 Signals.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about that other book you were reading.
No,
I think you gave that one to me.
I did. Yeah, you finished it, right?
No, I forgot it at the office.
It was extremely interesting, but I won't bore viewers with that. So rework or Remote. 37
All right.
Signals. Yeah.
What was your first job?
Oh man. I don't know if this. I feel like this counts. I only went out once or twice, but it was a caddy at the local country club. I was 15 at the time. Had to get a waiver signed by the school to allow me to work. I don't know if it still works that way. And you go out to the clubhouse at like 5 a.m, right? Because people golf super early, and I had no seniority, so to get out, I had to go super early, sit around. Some days you'd sit around until like 4 p.m. and then go home with nothing.
Are you serious?
Or you might get out and get a big tip. Yeah. It's maybe it was different back then, but yeah, I did that like 3-4 times, and then I left for Jets Pizza and worked there for 7 years.
Oh, strong. All right. I mean, I wouldn't be able to work there without eating a significant amount of pizza.
Dude, I ate a ton of pizza.
Do you get free pizza if you work there?
I mean, back then you did. I don't know if it's the same now. And my metabolism was off the charts because I was just, working hard all day long. But couldn't do it now.
Well, let's do one final question, but we're going to do it for Toby because this one's always fun to me, Toby. How do you wind down after work? Because we know what it is.
That's funny. I take a nap. I try to sleep for like an hour, like 45 minutes to an hour, and then after that, eat dinner, then maybe read a book, relax, just take a chill from there. But because I like reading in the evening, if I don't sleep, it feels like, because I wake up early, it feels like I've been up for so long. So I just need that little reset so I can enjoy the rest of the evening. It's like a half day kind of.
Doesn't that sound awesome, Dave? Oh, wait a minute. Will just joined in from his phone. I have no idea if this is going to work, so I'm going to add him to the stream for a second.
Let's try it.
Oh, it did work, kind of.
Is it working?
Well, I mean, his face is there. That might be as good as we're going to get.
I don't see a face.
I see nothing.
Oh, he disconnected. All right, that's all we get. We're not letting him back in. Not today. He'll come on next Friday. All right. I think that is it. We're literally about hitting our 15 minutes. We kept it in tight this week. Thank you for folks that came on, answered some questions. Appreciate you doing that. If you tuned in, we appreciate you tuning in. Some of the comments were great. Dave had fun. Toby, I had fun. And with that, have a good weekend, and we will see you next week. Bye.
See you next
Bye,
week.
everybody.
Bye.